Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli.
Welcome back to
The Cimorelli podcast. Guys, I really wish I could channel Lisa, but I can't do it. I'm sorry.
You can't do the accent?
Yeah.
You could if you tried.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
I can't. I physically won't be able to.
Too cringe.
I'm too easy. I have very mental issues. Anyway, so Today's episode 157, and this was my idea. So maybe, I don't know if this is me asking for a friend or what it is, but
what is it about?
Today's topic is what to do when you have a crush, because guys, I had to have Lauren tell me when I was like 25. So maybe you can get in on the ground floor today. If you have a crush and you're not 25, you know?
Or if you are.
If you are 25, you're still
It's okay.
young, got a lot of time. But maybe you could learn before. But anywho.
First, we need to address that we're missing Kath and Lisa. As you know, or maybe don't know, Lisa's been supporting her husband through his cancer treatment, so please keep their whole family in your prayers. And Kath is supporting her son through a double ear infection.
And herself through whatever illness they gave her.
So she'll be back soon enough, but she's out for a second, and she'll be back.
So now you got your
the three,
second favorite trio? I don't know.
It's the three.
Winston
Jays?
Wigs.
There we
Wigs.
go. That's us.
Okay, guys, no, this is so obvious, but not. Okay, if we were the Jonas Brothers, who is who? I know I'm the Kevin in this group.
Oh.
You're the Joe and you're the Nick. I feel like it's pretty obvious.
I don't want to be Nick. No offense.
Hey.
But I ain't Joe. I can tell
Well,
you
here's
that.
the thing. I don't know how much of a Joe I am.
I know.
You're
but
more
Lauren's
Nick.
more of a Nick also, but
No,
I'm
but
also
you
a
are.
Nick.
You're a hybrid Nick and Joe, because you have like the fun
Yes.
side that Joe has, but the seriousness that Nick has.
Really?
Lisa is our
Lisa's
Joe.
Joe.
Lisa's
Yeah.
our Joe. Really.
They're freaking.
Lauren and I are Nick. Together.
Their concerts-
Together, Nick.
Oh, I love it. Their
You and
concerts.
Kath?
Oh, we're Kevin. We are
Bam.
Kevin. And also, I would like to say that Kevin is getting his moment in the sun. I've
Finally.
seen so many TikToks. Maybe I'm just going Kevin Jones TikTok, but like, I'm happy for him because he deserves it. I love Kevin. He seems like such a nice person.
I know.
I just love the Jonas Brothers. They're all over my TikTok.
I feel like
I love them.
the only reason he didn't get his moment before is I think just because he didn't sing very much.
And I think he hit himself.
I feel like if he had leads, it would have been different. But he didn't
Guys.
sing any leads.
I just think he had a glow up.
Yes, number
Yes,
one.
but also I
have
think
you
the
seen
problem
his arms now?
was
Ooh.
no leads.
Number two, I feel like he might sing a little bit on their new album because I've seen some rumblings
Can he really not
from
sing?
their concert. No, he
No, he
can
can.
sing. He just chooses not
Yeah,
to.
maybe
That's
he
what
doesn't
I'm
want
like.
to.
He sounds exactly like them.
See,
like-
that's so cool. I want to hear his voice more. Because I
Kevin,
I think he's done like harmonies and stuff, but I don't
Yes.
remember him really doing leads. Maybe like somewhere.
we are begging you to sing, Kevin. If you ever
Anyway.
see this,
The Jonas Brothers
we love
fan
them.
podcast, whatever.
Yes.
Let's
We could literally have one of those.
switch gears.
Anyway,
This episode is sponsored by Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. With delicious recipe options for every dietary lifestyle, get 60% off plus free shipping with code Cimorelli60 at greenchef.com/Cimorelli60.
So before we get into what to do when you have a crush, we're gonna go through our highs and lows. And you know what? Before we get into our highs and lows, I gotta say, if you want to watch all of our full episodes, you gotta join our Patreon.
this one is fully on Patreon, mostly on YouTube. So if you want to see the whole thing about what to do, guys,
You gotta
join our Patreon.
All the full past episodes are on Patreon. It's only $5 a month. If you want to try it out, you want to support us, the Cimorelli podcast, you can do that. We appreciate it so much. So it's linked in the description, patreon.com/Cimorelli, and it's all the full episodes. Plus, we do Q&As every Monday with a different one of us, and you guys get to ask us all your burning questions.
Love to
and
see
then
it.
you get to participate in Lauren's Take. And we also do Patreon-only live streams every month for, there's different
Yeah.
tiers, different levels, so that's one of the levels. So
I forgot about
and
that.
there's a birthday club, guys, where we never talked about the birthday club. You get special merch, and we
A signed
sing,
birthday card.
and we sing to you every year in a video
I love it.
with your very own name in harmony.
Your very own personal name.
So
I love to see it.
That's the birthday club. Anyway, and the next one up Skypes us. I don't remember how often, but anyway.
Twice a year.
There you go.
Pretty lit.
So let's jump into our highs and lows of the week.
Okay. Let's see. My low was last night because my back was aching because I was stressing. I had some chronic guilt stress maybe. Who could ever know? But I called Christina. I was like, is it okay I didn't finish this recording? Because maybe that'll make my back stop hurting. If
I was like, yeah,
Christina tells me it's okay. Because I couldn't tell my
Did it stop your back?
Not really. Sleeping did. My brain wasn't believing me, but I was like, maybe Christina tells me. So that was annoying. And it's acting up a titch right now, but it's not the worst, thankfully. We don't love sciatica pain in this house. Anywho. And I really just had a delightful morning this morning. I really did. I woke up at 6:20 on the right side of the bed, guys. Shockingly enough. I woke up and I was like, wow, chipper-ish. Because I don't really wake up the most chipper, but I woke up like pretty chipper and I was like, wait, I felt great. I'm going to go to church. And I went to church. It was delightful. And I listened to an old emo song that I love and that was delightful. And then I made breakfast and that was delightful. So it was just a delightful morning.
Oh, wow.
It was great. I had such a good mood. I think it's because I'm back into society. I don't feel like I'm going to die because I was like sick for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I could finally go to church again, see the old people, hang out, just sit in the silence. Oh, just that gorgeous, gorgeous silence. Beautiful, beautiful. But yeah. Thanks, Lord. Thank you.
My low is that I came into my room the other day and it smelled like mold.
Ew, that's sad.
So then I took the dishes out.
I feel you.
Right.
And then it didn't smell like mold anymore.
Ain't right.
That is good that we don't have like a mold problem in our home.
That is really good.
You do have a mold problem in your house.
It's me.
It's Lauren. I get it.
So
It's
that
hard
was not
when
a
you're far
great
from the
time.
kitchen.
But then I cleaned my whole room and I
Good
put the
for
dishes
you.
away and it was good.
Yeah.
It was good for my soul. My high, I guess, yesterday I actually went to a coffee shop to do my work in the morning, which I used to do all the time. Okay. I used to do it all the time.
To a coffee shop.
I used to do it all the time. And it's just like nice. And instead
It's
of just
fun.
sitting in my house all day, which is depressing. Like, okay, people that work from home, it's kind of depressing when you just sit home all day
Yeah.
and work.
You
Like,
wanna
it's
leave.
good to go out.
I feel like the opposite. I feel like I get in the zone at home, and if I go to a coffee shop, then I'm like looking at everyone the whole time, and I can't focus.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I like to work with like TV playing, music playing. For some reason, having stuff going on helps me focus, actually.
No.
Because I don't have to think about anything. I don't know.
Interesting.
So it was just nice. I was like, wow, I haven't done this in a while.
Should your bracelet just say AM?
The Y broke, so now my phone charm says AM.
Instead of Amy.
I
Yeah.
was curious. Okay.
I mean, maybe
So
I should
that
break
was your
the M
high?
off.
Yeah, it was
Wait,
good.
what was your low?
The mold.
Mold. Oh. Yeah, that's a low.
30 dishes is definitely low.
That's a low. Okay, so I guess I will say my low is that I'm trying to get the children to nap at the same time when we're here, and it's just not, well, it's not that it's not working because they actually have napped at the same time every single time except for once. So technically it's working. It just takes 100 years. They go down pretty easy and quick at home. So if you don't have kids, you're probably just like, who cares? But trust me.
I care.
It's draining. It's so draining, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So I have some options of things I'm going to try. Oh, so that's my low. Doesn't sound like much of a low, but trust me.
No, it is a low.
Because I'm trying to get work done, and I can't just be like, whatever, never mind. I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, that's annoying. My high is that I went to my pelvic floor physical therapist today.
I love it.
And she did like an exam to like see like my progress since postpartum, and I made huge improvements. And it was a huge high. She was like, wow,
good.
you have improved so much.
I love it.
So I was like, wow. So that was huge improvement because I've been working really hard on my physical therapy and doing my stretches and doing my exercises. I'm working really
Good for
hard in
you.
it. And
Queen.
It showed. I have a ways to go
for
still,
you.
but I made a big improvement. So
Proud of you.
That
That's
was a
honestly
high.
really good. Really
no, it's
impressive.
great to know because our last exam was 6 months ago.
And you were pretty fresh, right?
Yeah, I was only a month. No, it was 5 months ago. I was 2 months postpartum.
Oh, she's 7 months. Oh, she's growing up so fast.
Our last one 5 months ago. Since then, I've been working just about every
Tirelessly.
week, sometimes every day on this goal. So it was great to know that my work is paying off.
Honestly, I'm proud of you. I love it.
I was very happy. So this is my reminder to everyone to get your pelvic floor assessed. Especially if you've given birth, but also just if you have any random things such, I don't know, Google it, search signs of tight pelvic floor and also weak pelvic floor and overactive and all these things. Search those signs.
Because
read
you can
them.
start working on it before you give birth too.
Well, a lot of
or
people
even get pregnant or anything.
A lot of people have them without getting pregnant or anything. So I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
that they normally find them after birth. Well, if they find them at all. Actually, mostly of the time they don't find them.
And they just live with
the symptoms.
Just let
Sad.
women suffer.
Yeah.
So I'm saying,
Hate that.
look it up now and see if you have any things going on and then find a pelvic floor physical therapist and get started.
I love that.
Okay, so,
Okay, ladies.
for just
tell me what to
$9.99.
do.
well, since we're doing our newer format still, then I guess we just jump into the main topic.
Let's do it. Tell me what to do. Ready, go.
Oh, yeah. If you don't know what that means, our newer format is where we put 5 perspectives
after the topic.
after the main topic. So we're going to jump into the main topic. All right. So what to do when you have a crush?
It gave me WikiHow, and I really like
well,
that title.
I don't know. What would people think to do that would be wrong?
So
They just
many
don't
things.
know. They're frozen in fear.
Yeah. Fight, flight, freeze.
I guess you could be trying to pursue them a lot. Barely trying to pursue them.
Scared of
not
speaking to them, not looking them in the eye.
ignoring
running
them.
away, acting like you hate them. I don't know.
So I guess the question
Many
is,
things.
It's how do you approach
do
the
I
search?
pursue or do I not pursue?
Or how do I get them to notice me?
And
you
if
know?
so, how much?
Yeah, not
That is the
everyone
question.
knows things about men.
Okay. So let's start. Okay. So this is the first one. You're right. There's different types. Me saying you're right, but I'm responding
you.
you're right to what's been written. So
I love it.
different types of crushes. There are crushes. Well, actually, okay, I would say there's a crush that's maybe you're friends with. There's a crush, someone you don't really know them, but you see them, maybe at school or work or something. You see them a lot. I don't know about work, guys. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe can the work crushes.
Okay, not if there's a power imbalance, then
Yeah, can it?
Can
Can it, lady?
If not, then I don't know. Maybe I guess it's really common.
I mean, a lot of people meet at work.
Workplace romance.
Yeah, it's very common. But anyway, I'm not going to comment on that because I don't really have. We've never. Yeah, none of us have been in the workplace like that.
Yeah.
Where it's a corporate job. What do you mean? We've never been in a corporate job.
No, I was thinking about it. I was like,
We've never had corporate jobs. So yeah, don't.
we have to find our romance elsewhere.
But I've heard many stories that can be. Yeah, that could be problems. But we're not talking about that. So we're going to talk about.
Maybe
Let's start with the type of crush you don't know, but I'm assuming since you have a crush on them,
You, see them around.
see them a lot.
You're
and
in a
you're
same
like-
social
school or
circle.
something.
So this would be first of all, why do you even have? I feel like that's the first question you need to ask yourself is why do I have a crush on this person? Because sometimes it's a trick.
Well, okay, that is.
Because sometimes you're like, you know what? They're not even that good. Maybe I
You
should,
don't know them.
Maybe I should take it down a few. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you're like,
Oh.
because he's really attractive, but he did that other thing that was weird in that thing. So maybe you start thinking about it a little bit and you're like, maybe he's not that good. Maybe I should think about this crush a little more and get to know him a little more, right?
The how to know if this crush is bad later.
Yeah. So, so what do you do if
Let's say you see him around. He hasn't done anything weird yet. You just think he's pretty fly,
and in this one we say how to avoid the friend zone,
Yes.
which is a whole topic that I'm thinking about as well.
Oh.
Is the friend zone okay? Let's just talk about that for a
Some
sec.
people like me.
Does the friend
having-
zone exist?
Yes. Some people have a literal friend zone filter, like me.
Think about it.
Everything you say sounds like a friend, even though you're literally desperately obsessed with them. You can't show them you're interested. You need help.
Well, I'm like, what is the friend zone? What does it mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm thinking of a guy I've put in the friend zone in the past. What does that mean?
Well, I'm thinking of people I know that put themselves in the friend
Are you talking about
zone.
me? Are you adding me?
And I feel like the friend zone, maybe it's like different versions, but one version is people that are just scared and they're like, oh, I really like this person so much.
They don't know how to show
But you
interest.
would never, ever do anything to put you in like the vulnerability of like it going anywhere. So you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm in the friend zone. But it's like, girl, that's where you want to be. You're too scared for anything more.
Okay, I feel like there's two opposite ones. There's one where it looks very friend zone to the person because it looks like, oh, this person only wants to be my friend. But the other one is where the person clearly likes them, but the person's like, you're in the friend zone. Like, I'm thinking of myself putting someone in the friend zone because I can't think of it from the opposite perspective. I feel like that's hard to give more like advice on maybe. I think it's easier if you think of when you've put someone in the friend zone in your mind and they've come out of the friend zone. I don't think it's like when people say like stuck in the friend zone, I'm like, what does that actually mean? Doesn't it mean more like can't?
They don't like me.
Yeah, isn't that what it means?
Yes.
They don't like me, right? So I don't know.
But they want to be friends.
But they still want to be friends with you.
Yeah, so they just want to keep you around like a dog on a leash.
Well, or they might want to be friends with you. I don't know.
No, but that's just keeping you around like a dog on a leash if you're obsessed
depending.
with
You
them.
are agreeing to
Well,
it.
wait.
Yes, I know.
Wait.
I know.
If you're in school, you see them all the time, or you're working, you see them. They're not.
You can be casual.
They're not keeping you around necessarily because you already are around.
Yes.
I feel like that would be like if they keep like inviting you to
just
hang
glitching.
out.
I wouldn't call that the friend zone, though. You just see someone.
Okay, so then what is the friend zone?
Christina.
What is it?
You know what
I don't
it is.
get
Why
what
don't
it
you
means.
tell us?
It's when you like someone a lot, but you literally cannot show them that you like them. So they don't even think that you like them. So you don't even know if you would even get out of the friend zone because they don't know that you're interested because you literally act like you don't
So it's
know
just
them.
not getting to like
That next level.
Yeah.
the flirtatious
Yes,
level.
not knowing
Is
how
that
to
the first-
flirt,
is
so
the
they
first
don't
level
know.
Flirtation,
I would say,
Yes.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So not crossing into flirtation.
Yes.
But wouldn't that just be they don't like you?
Well, you don't know because you've never acted interested. Maybe you hang out sometimes. Maybe you see
So
them
you
around
have
a
to
lot.
put yourself out there to actually be rejected.
Yes.
Well-
so tell us how we put ourselves out there,
So in
please.
this one, they haven't been rejected into the friend zone. They're just
They're just like, I'm friends with this person and I really like them.
'Cause
but
I think those are
they
two
don't
different-
know that I like them.
those are two different ones, right?
Yeah.
One who's been like rejected into the friend zone,
Yes.
and then one who hasn't been rejected because
Yes.
they haven't gone to the place to even be rejected. Right?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what we're saying.
Okay. Got it.
So how do we show interest? Tell me.
Okay, so the first question is how to approach a crush you don't know, how to show interest when you do know them, how to avoid the friend zone. Okay. I don't know if you necessarily need to avoid the friend zone.
Yeah, because I'm just realizing there's multiple guys in my past that were like, oh, I like you. And I was like, sorry, just friends. And then I dated them later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
That's what I was thinking too. Like,
But I
there's-
just needed to like get to know them more and see
like
that I
suddenly-
like them because they actually
Yeah.
chilled and were like, yeah, we'll just be
Yes.
friends and weren't
Yeah.
being a weirdo.
It's like you have a moment
Love
where
it.
you suddenly go like,
Wait a minute.
wait a minute.
It's
You're
like
kinda
the opposite
hot.
version of you kind of ugly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
like,
I was
wait
saying you
a
kind
minute.
of cute. So you kind of ugly. It's the opposite of that one. Do you guys know what that meme is?
Yes.
There's like the picture, and they're like,
You kind of ugly.
it's really funny.
So good.
It's when you have that moment. Okay, so let's just think of what we've done in the past.
Yeah. I had to have Lauren give you a course.
If fear is what's holding you back, it's not really about what you do. Then it's about uncovering that fear
Oh.
and facing your fears
Okay.
so you can make a move. Like if you're afraid of heights, then it's like someone tells you, then go jump off the diving board. You're like, I'm not going to jump off the diving board.
Yeah,
But they're like, but
exactly.
all you have to do is jump off it. And you're like, I can't. They're like, how do I swim? And they're like, you need to jump in the pool. And you're like, I'm scared, jump in the pool. And they're like, just jump in the pool.
You know
True,
what?
not
I
gonna
think
work.
there's two things here. One is too scared of rejection, and one is not scared enough of rejection, where you're like throwing yourself at people and they just reject you every second.
Which I think is
so
more
you need to be
rare.
in the middle.
Probably.
Yes.
Let's try the middle ground.
So like how do yeah.
Okay, so what would be the first things you would do? Okay, so for me,
I love it.
For me, what I would do, okay, I feel like, and this is, okay, no, I don't just feel like this. This is true.
This is true.
You can communicate so much with your eyes. If you think a thought and look at someone, they can feel it.
Yeah.
If you look at someone and think, you are really cute, they can feel it. So I literally, I never said this out loud, never thought about, you know when you think things, but you never say it out loud and you don't even realize you're thinking it until you say it out loud. You're like, I really thought that?
Yeah.
So now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm realizing, like you think things, but they're not very conscious to you.
Oh, yeah.
Like you don't realize. I'm realizing that all the time I would be like, oh, I'm going to tell this guy I like him with my eyes right now. And it has worked. This has worked
My eyes
millions
said, I hate you.
of times.
My eyes say,
Your
I hate you.
eyes said,
My eyes said, I can't watch. I can't see.
Here's why this is good. Because you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is look
you
and
look?
be like, you're cute. And then look away. That's all you have to do.
Looking like you're kind of hot, though.
So if you can't even get to that point, then you have to go, why can't I get to that point? We got to figure that out.
Then we
right?
go to therapy. Okay, great.
Yes. So
Love
have
it.
you ever done that? Anyone?
Yes.
Look and thinking like,
I
you're
haven't
cute.
done that. I got to experiment. That sounds fun.
I feel like I'm sending beams with my eyes
Yes.
today. I'm like, I'm sending you a message.
Okay, so
I
you
never
look,
would have thought of that in my life.
give a short eye contact and you think, you are cute. Then you look away.
Oh, I love it.
So maybe just practice that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question from the audience.
Question from the audience.
If they don't see that you're looking at
No, it doesn't count.
And it doesn't count
They
if
have to see.
if they don't see you.
It's
Second
like,
thing.
can I call someone's cell phone with a landline with my cell phone and their landline's disconnected? No, they're not going to get the message.
Second thing would be
You got to look at them.
Smile.
yes.
Oh,
I think
see,
Lauren.
they knew.
I think Lauren and I have the same thing.
I knew this would be good, guys. They're giving us the real tea.
I feel like this is very obvious.
very obvious.
Not really, though.
Look at someone and smile.
Not really, though, guys. It's not. I'm
okay.
telling you that.
For everyone who it's not obvious to, we're talking to you. We
Yes,
got your
talking
back.
to me.
We got your back.
So you look,
a
you're
nice-
cute, and you smile.
A nice smile.
And then you look away.
So let me think about this. So you look, you give a little smile, you look away. Now, maybe that's too bold for some reason for you. So in a moment where something is funny, look at them, smile at
that's
them when
good.
you laugh. That's more subtle. That's very, very subtle. But I'm just we're warming
No,
up.
that's fun
to
though.
just
It's
connecting.
like you just shared a laugh together. It's good.
I love sharing a laugh.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do a next little step up
Okay,
from that.
what is
Could
it?
be
Talking to them.
I don't know.
a compliment.
Oh,
A very
guys, let me tell you, I've never complimented a man in my life. I've
could be-
never done it. Never have.
okay, easy one.
That's probably why I don't have a boyfriend. I gotta learn how to compliment.
Easy one would be like something
You're kinda
something
hot.
That's no. Something that's very chill. Okay, I don't know what situation you're in, so it's like, are they doing something like he just gave this great presentation? That's a really easy one. Oh, that presentation was so great, blah, blah, blah. Or it's like something about their outfit, something that is like simple and non like threatening.
See, like cool shoes.
Yeah, some kind of compliment.
Oh yeah,
and then you
I like
smile.
those shoes.
Okay.
I like your shoes.
Thinking
you
about
smile.
doing this is like
Thanks.
making me laugh so hard.
I think my version of
Yeah,
a
I
compliment
pictured
though
that.
is an insult. That's what I do.
Wait. Let's get to that.
Like-
Let's get to that.
we'll get
Let's
to that.
get to
Not like
that.
a mean one, but
Yes.
Like a playful one, like
Yes.
witty. I love it.
So, it depends on your personality, obviously. So, Lauren and me, I don't know if you would do that.
no.
You got to do what's authentic to you.
Yeah.
So, another thing you can do is a playful
Roast.
insult.
That's
it's just,
not like too mean.
it's playful.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
I would say, I'm trying to think
I'm
of.
like, how do you
I'm making
not
up a random
actually be
example.
mean when you are though saying something that's
Okay, wait. I think I thought of one.
Maybe it's in the
No,
eyes.
you can do something it has to be something that's not mean. You can't be like, it has to
But-
be, well, it depends on the person's personality also.
Yeah.
How much they can take and like your personality, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because different people can take a lot more than others. Different people are more
Truth.
sensitive than others. Okay, this isn't even insult. This is like in between two. Here's in between two, just like a playful remark.
Oh, I love
So
it.
a person,
Teach me.
okay, I'm making up a random situation. A person has, this is a horrible example, but you'll get what I'm saying.
Okay.
A person is holding 3 sandwiches for some
Okay,
reason.
3
You're
sandwiches.
like, wow, you got enough sandwiches. That's not an insult. It's not
okay,
flirting.
okay.
It's not anything. It's just a comment that has you
It's a pithy
speaking to them
joke.
wow, you got enough sandwiches? Okay, simple.
I love
simple thing. But you just spoke to them, and it was not high pressure. It was not dramatic. It was just a random comment. It was technically it's like teasing, but that's not something you like. Wow, got enough gel in your hair? Like that's rude.
That is rude. Okay, I love that. I'll use that one.
But I'm trying to think of a way.
But I think if you haven't really spoken to them, though, probably a compliment's easier to start with.
That sandwich looks so great.
Yeah.
Wow, your lunch looks so good. Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Anywho.
But that's just like, simple ways to talk. And when you're talking to them, you can think in your mind.
You're cute.
You're cute.
Okay.
Maybe that would help the point get across. I think
it really is a look in your eye.
cute.
Like if you talk to someone, you're like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Or you're like, hey, blah, 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 blah.
Another one.
That is way different.
Because I think that some people like me that I know like me are like really social and like haha, hee hee, laugh, like talk to everyone. But I don't ever come across as like flirtatious, really.
Another one.
Ooh.
Destiny's Child.
What? Say my names. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I never say people's names.
Their name.
Ever. Guys, let me tell you, I had a whole
not a
conversation
foolproof,
with
you
a
know?
man at a party over the weekend before I was like, oh, by the way, I'm Amy. What's your name? It was an entire conversation.
Okay, so it depends on how you do it. Obviously, every time you say someone's name, it doesn't mean you're flirting with them.
Yeah.
But there's just a way.
Think you're cute
Right?
while you say it?
I feel like I like to say people's names anyway when I'm speaking. Anyway, but if you do it in a different way when you talk to them, it's just the thought that counts.
Just think you're cute when you say it.
This is kind of bold, but this is something I remember I did once where I was like,
oh my
"Ooh."
gosh.
So it was like I was in a group of people, I think. I was with like one or two friends, and we were talking to a group of people that was sitting at a table that we knew. And the guy was in the group of people. And then when we walked away, I said bye and only his name.
I've definitely done that.
That's bold, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, let me add that
I
in
love
too.
it.
Say bye to them with
Yes.
their
Their
name
name.
and think
You're cute.
when you say it.
So I'm gathering you think you're cute a lot of the time when you speak to them. It's kind of a key to getting the vibe across.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're thinking, I'm scared, I'm scared,
Instead
I'm scared.
of I'm going to die.
Yes.
Okay, I love it. That's some real like advice I can
I think
use.
this
a concrete
episode is
tactic.
what to do when you have a crush, but you're scared
Yes.
of them. Because it's different if you're not scared of them, because some people need to reel it in a little bit. But this is for the people who are scared.
A lot of people just don't even know where to start, like me,
I would say more are scared than not scared.
I think we should also get into social media and texting if we
Okay.
don't
Yes.
have any more in person.
So let's go to texting,
So they
social
gave
media.
you their number.
Or
What's next?
you followed them on Instagram.
Yes.
This is the easiest one.
You tell Lauren, tell
Okay.
us all. Tell us what to do.
Well, just like interacting with their stories in a very chill way is very easy way to like start a conversation.
And then they just reply with
Show
some
some
dry remark. And then
Okay,
you just-
And then you let it go.
okay.
It's
okay.
confusing because there's such a fine line. It's like a guy that you're creeped out by follows you and messages you. You're like, ugh. The guy you have a crush on follows you and messages you. And
You're like, woohoo!
But
Well,
I think
what
the
can you do?
vibe is a different thing, actually. It's like the
Ooh.
desperation and the fear that they're going to like,
Oh, envelop you.
yes.
Yeah, guys, you can't go into any of these thinking like, this man is my only chance. He's the only one I'll ever love. No.
Honestly, it's kind
There's
of good to
plenty of
have
men in the
multiple
world.
crushes until you're actually committed.
I think you should even say that to yourself. Before you follow him, say, there are many men in the world.
I love
Follow.
it.
Yes.
And then you're like,
You're cute, but there are also many men in the world.
you type up your DM, whatever it is. I don't know what you're doing. You're responding to something. Maybe it's just you're just doing one of the
likes,
yeah.
liking the story.
Maybe you're just doing something chill like that.
Love
but you're
it.
like, there are many men in the world. As you
Yes.
do. If that's what you need to remind yourself, depending on where
Yes.
you're at in the spectrum.
Now,
right?
when I was an old man, aka like 25, and I was trying to speak to a man, that literally, never mind. I have so many bad things to say about him.
Okay.
Lauren had to teach me what emojis to use to come across
Yes.
as interested. So why don't you give us a rundown?
Well, you
us what to
literally
do.
wouldn't use anything.
I did though after you told me to.
But like the blushing smiley face.
a
Okay,
classic
that's my-
that I would never use.
Unfortunately, that's my normal smiley face. So that didn't work for me.
Okay, well, you
But
just
if it's not your normal one, it will come
If you've
across.
never used it in your life.
I think it depends on what it's paired with.
Apparently it comes
what
across.
you're saying with it.
when do you use that?
Just normal
You don't
smiley
say that
face.
to me.
I've never used it. I've never seen that from
I
you.
stopped using emojis,
Yeah.
I think, a long time ago, but that's the
I love
go-to.
emojis.
For some reason, that smile feels the most authentic to me because others are like,
Well, me too, but it's like if I'm just like blah 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 blah, I'm not using a blushing smiley
I don't
face.
use smiley faces
For some reason, I guess using it in the context of the person that you like gets across you're interested. Who
It
could know
does.
why? But it does.
That the monkey with the eyes covered like
Monkey-
oh,
yeah,
I'm
it's
so
classic.
does
shy.
too.
A heart.
Oh,
Whoa.
I guess it depends on when.
let me tell you, this man, that Lord I teach me how to text, would send me red hearts, and I sent him one back, and he never sent me one again because he had issues.
Okay, see,
Okay.
so at that point, you don't go, oh no, I've screwed up. I shouldn't have sent that heart. It scared him off. That's a
No,
point where you
he's
go,
unhinged.
he's unhinged.
But see,
because he's
I
been
didn't know
sending
he
them-
was in heart.
He's been
unhinged.
sending them to me first. No, I'm just telling you, if you're in that situation,
Yeah.
to not blame yourself and be like, oh no, because I feel like I would have done that in my past. Like, oh no,
Yes.
I scared him off. I should have tried to follow this random game that he had set up that I didn't know the rules to, that I was trying to figure out as I went, and I just broke one of them.
I went on
Okay.
a full-on rage tour after we ended things. It was honestly
Here's
iconic.
how you can introduce a heart.
Oh, yeah. Tell
okay,
us.
you're texting.
Yes, I would love to know.
And so you're texting. You kind of been texting.
Oh, I haven't.
and
Okay,
then
okay.
He's like, oh, I gotta go to bed, or like, oh, I gotta do this
No!
thing. You just say like, okay, like, hope you have a great rest of your day. Heart.
Ah!
A little purple one.
That's oh,
It's just
purple.
a
I could do. I
yellow.
thought you were going to say red. I was like,
Just like,
oh, you know
Okay.
what? Maybe I should experiment and try that.
yeah, you should.
Okay, here's another one.
I don't have any
Send
men
him
to send it to right
a
now.
song and be like, oh my gosh, this song is so good. Have you heard it?
And that man sent me
How
a
is
song.
that a
It can
heart?
be
Wait,
a crush song.
can I tell you?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Can I tell you how bad I am?
In general.
This man, the Lord had to teach me how to text, one time sent me a song with 2 red hearts, and I had the audacity to say,
song?
what does that mean? I literally said that.
I mean, that's
What
not
does
bad.
what mean?
He just sent 2 hearts.
Then
So
what did
I
he
said,
say?
What
Wait,
does that mean?
Then what did he say?
I don't
What? How could you forget
If
that?
I sent someone a song and they said, what does that mean? I'd be like, what does what mean?
Well, I'd be
The
like,
song?
now I have to explain what I meant by 2 red hearts.
Yeah, but
I'm
we
curious-
ended up talking for like an hour after that on the phone, but still.
Curious what he said.
It was like, I think he was like, oh, I heard this song and I like thought about you and your situation or something. And I was like,
Oh.
and then he's the one that was like, oh, I just mean,
Okay.
Okay. Anyway. What
Talking
about
about
this?
crush.
he's so enraging.
What about this? So you reach out to him somehow on like Instagram or whatever.
Ooh, okay.
How much / how many
Oh.
times would
Yeah,
you?
you tell
I
us.
think it's about ratio.
Ooh.
Okay, because you can't be sending way more than him. That's
You're so
bad.
right.
But if he's really responsive, then like you can reach out more because
Yes.
like you're on the same
Okay,
page.
I get
And I
that.
don't. That's not for me. That's not playing a game. That's just like this person is not really trying to talk to you that much. So why do you
Yeah.
keep trying? Like I say, put yourself out there. I think people ask that a lot. That
It's like, don't
question.
people want equality these days? It's like, let's be equal in our reaching out.
Yeah,
I
if
love
he's
it.
not, then it's not. You don't need to harass him. Not that you would.
You might.
Not that
You
you
might
would.
not, but like, you know.
Not that you would, but
You know.
Look, we've
Also,
all harassed people
I'm-
on accident when I was 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
but they're probably not.
you
there.
got to remind yourself, he has the ability to message you too. It's not just you, honey, in this chat.
Yeah, and you
Okay,
want to
well-
talk. You want to talk to someone who wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I had to realize that, you know. They have the ability to message you just as much as you have the ability to message them.
Well, the other thing too is if you never give them the opportunity to message you first, how are they going to do that?
Okay, that's what I was
If
gonna
you're
say.
always there, how are they going to ever show like you anything?
Also,
Yeah, if you back off, you can. If you back off, you can see how interested
Do they
want
want to talk?
yes,
they'll show you.
Yes. Also, there is another subgenre of this chat, which is men that like you, but also men that want to date you is a different kind of thing.
Yes.
Because there's a difference between the man that wants to date you and the man that just likes you.
Well, yeah, dating
Well-
is like more of a commitment, obviously, and then like officially dating is a real commitment, and liking is a lot easier. Once it gets to like we could commit, then you have to like it hits you, you know?
Yeah,
So I think
it's
the
a different
question,
ballgame.
the age-old question, should I make the first move?
Yes.
I used to say no, but I actually meant yes, but I meant yes in a very subtle
sneaky
way.
Well,
I love it.
Sneaky.
No, not sneaky. Just, well, okay, no. I would say
So how do we make the first
sometimes
move?
subtle and sometimes bold because I have a bold personality,
Yeah.
so I feel like if you're bold, be bold. But it's just that thing I'm trying to avoid. You guys probably aren't doing this because I polled our fans before on the band Instagram, and most of them were on the scared side rather than the overly aggressive side. So I don't think I need to give you guys too much of a talk about being overly aggressive. I don't think it's as
that's
common.
true.
I
I
agree.
just remember seeing that when I was younger and just being like, every time I saw a girl who was like, really like, I'm gonna tell him I like him, and I was like, I could tell like, but he doesn't like you, and then she would do it. I mean, you know what? That's not the end of the world, but it's just
not.
like
You gotta
she
shoot your
couldn't.
shot.
She couldn't tell. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it was obvious. Whatever. Anyway, my point is, should you make a first move? And we always say, give him the green light, which is a smile, talking to him a little bit, like show him like I'm open to talking to you, especially because it's like a guy like doesn't want to, I mean, no one wants to experience rejection. So if you show him like, I'm open to talking to you, I want to talk to you, I'm nice, I'm interested in speaking with you.
And if you ask me out, I probably won't reject you.
If you do that and the guy is interested in you, he's probably going to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's my experience. Every time I've like looked and smiled, the guy, he's like smiled back. He ends up talking to me.
Oh, I love to
because
see
he
it.
wants, if he wants to talk to you, right?
I don't think I've ever looked and smiled at a guy, TBH.
Thanks for listening to the Cimorelli podcast. To hear the rest of this episode, join our Patreon at patreon.com/Cimorelli, where we post every episode in full. You can also watch all of our past seasons and Patreon-only episodes when you become a patron.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Facebook and Instagram.